gonna go. If the music is too loud, I do wish somebody would give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or a straight on. And how about a little more whoop-ta? And we go. Look, I have my summer outfit on, shorts. All right, welcome. Remember, get everything out of the way, except maybe your yoga mat. Prepare to do a lot of body work stuff. And all I want you to do to begin with is bend in the knees, soft in the hips, hands on the shoulders, and bend. Shoulders up, then push down. Push down. Actually really giving it a push. This is going to be so fun today. Oh. I'm going to watch my time to be respectful of your time. Last two. And this last one, I actually want you to push down on the shoulders, keep pushing, and then push down with the elbows on the elbows. So you're kind of drawing down with the elbows and really lengthen, and then push up with the top of the head. Get a little bit more length there. I don't know about you, but I need that so much. And then one time, just draw the chin back a little bit and try to find a place where your head feels okay to be. Drop the arms, but leave the shoulders down. Take a breath in, shoulders stay down. Breath out, shoulders stay down. One more time, breath in. Shoulders stay down and breath out. Right ear to right shoulder, go, drop it. Right ear to right shoulder. Oh, left ear to left shoulder. Yeah, back to the center, like you're driving a car. Look out your passenger, your driver window. Oh, look out your passenger window. Oh, a deep breath in, but this one goes in through the nose. I want you to fill up the lungs. Exhale, we do one more, and then we got to get going. I want you to fill up the belly. Inhale, the chest, and the lungs. Tippy top of the lungs. Fill, fill, fill. Oh, blow it out. Super. With or without shoes, I got to step back. Press the toe of your foot down, pedicures down, and press it into the floor. That is weird that you can't see it. I'll push it up a little bit. Thank goodness for a little mascara stick that props the computer up. And then switch, other toe, pedicures down. These are some weirdo stretches that we probably should have been doing all week and we haven't. All right, let's get going. You start in the center, your feet are together. You lock down all four corners of each foot. Now, step wide, wider, widest, and bring it in. Wide, wider. We're not going together, we're just going. Wide, wider, wider. Just sort of start to set the pattern. It's pretty quick because I do want you to sweat a little bit today. It's not just yoga. All right, wide, wide. So this foot is locked down, and this one keeps moving. Now, I got to scoot over here a little bit. I don't have a lot of space. Once you've got this movement, I want you to add a little bit of level change. So what it looks like here is go, get a little braver, and then go for it. Yeah. Start out slow with good form. And remember what I said about all four corners of the feet. You got to lock down. So you're not working on the toes, you're not working on pinky, way down. Since neither of you guys are beginners, I want to share one more thing with you. As you go to this outside point, draw the belly button in just a little bit when you stand up. So it's just one more thing to think about. But we've got this. You might even want to try to put the hands on the belly just once or twice, just to remind yourself. Draw up and in. We can be working on multiple muscle groups at the same time. Yeah, and when you least expect to have to think about your core, that's the perfect time. Oh, you have to think about your core. Just do 3 or 4 more with a really big step out on the third count here. 1, 2. Whoa, almost to a point where you think, oh, I might not get up from there. Yeah, I'm going to turn this dehumidifier off. I guess it's a good sign when the dehumidifier is on. Means I'm sweating a little. Last one, comes back to the center. Another deep breath in. A drink of that water. Scoot to the other side of the mat. Remember, we kind of start small and get used to locking this opposite foot down. And then go ahead and add your change of level. I like to say it gets really squishy right there. Why? So we're on the other foot, yeah. And then if you've got the brain power, if you don't this morning, it's okay. Permission to just, but if you've got the brain power right here, I kind of like to spend an extra half second right here thinking about, oh, am I lifting up the pelvic floor when I'm standing? Am I drawing my belly button in? That way we don't have to do as much straight up core exercises. Hopefully you've got something planned for this long weekend that might be super fun, or maybe just super relaxing. But super. And I'm going to ask you to challenge yourself here for 3 more. And I want them to become slow and low. Whoa, and maybe one more. Maybe you're ahead of me. And back to the center. Take a deep breath in. Take in a little bit of water. Should leave the cap off my water. By the end, we should have finished 2 or 3 of those. Simple movement. Step into one foot, all 4 corners hit the ground. I'm shoeless, so I'm going to open my toes up and squish them in. Now, I step back into a lunge. I bend my front knee, and I want you to be a little bit off balance here. Okay? Then step, cross midline, then back. It's just a little bounce kind of thing. The only way to make this really work is to trust yourself, get a little bit uncomfortable lefty-righty, and then squish that front foot or shoe into the floor. The best way to know if you're doing this right is if you wobble once in a while. That means you're pushing your edge, and that's perfect. That's where I want you to be. So if you're not pushing your edge, guess what? Be honest, bend the front leg a little bit more, and say hello to the floor. Yeah, that's it. So we're doing these movements today that I picked that involve holding and balancing and moving at the same time. They're static and dynamic. Figure that one out. Our first one was one leg stayed in place. Our second one is one leg stays in place. We're going to try that with the upper body too. Last one, no curtsy lunge. Stay square, like kind of on a balanced being. Arms up, down, 2, up. Here's your breath now. Down, 2, up. Yeah, so you're reaching up when you're down. You're reaching down when you're up. Woo, the knee could hit the floor. It's okay. But I want you to squish down into that front foot and push up. And then visualize I've got a string on the top of your head, and you kind of draw yourself up. Remember, if you lose balance, that's showing us, showing yourself, showing me that you're on your edge of uncomfortable. Last one, back knee drops to the floor. Yes, reach the hands up higher. This is about intensity. Lock down the front foot, and then just float the back knee a little bit. Breathe. Now, here's where the juice comes. Come up on your front toes, which means your front heel comes off the ground. Reach the hands back, manicures down, and just lean forward. It's okay if you're leaning on your front leg. It's all good. 3, 2, and on 1, the hands come down, we get a little balance. But the back knee is elevated. Now from here, step the back foot forward, and then back. So step, step, step. I'll show it from the side. Step, step, step. I can't really reach, so I have to tent my fingers. You might be able to get your palms down. That leg is complaining a little bit. Static leg. 3, 2, Last one, step forward and roll all the way up. It's the breath and the water. Again, you'll get tired of that. Yeah. Without wasting too much time, step the opposite foot forward. Lock down. Wiggle the hips around a little bit. Find your lunge that you love. And spread those toes out in the front again. Whether they're in a shoe or are not, doesn't matter. You can still spread them out. Whoa. There's that balance. Or that lack of balance. All right, Katies, here's what I need you to do. Commit to taking your back foot back 1 more inch. Whoa, where we got a little uncomfortable and that front knee just bent. A little more, yeah. Just a little more. Perfect. Beautiful. This is the point where you want to go like, oh, I kind of wish I didn't come, but I know this is good for me, but whoa. And just hang with it. Because you're strong, and there are about 1 billion people sitting on their couch right now, and you're not. So, pat yourself on the back, and let's do 4 more. Yeah. And then when you're ready, I know the front leg is tired. It's okay. Address it. Woo! There we are. Oh, I'm with you guys. Arms up. Knee down. Arms down. Up. Up, down, yeah. It feels counterintuitive, I know. It really does help to spread those front toes out like they're fingers, like they're just reaching and gripping the ground. Yeah. Don't be afraid to speed this up. If you really want something else to think about, I know you're thinking about your legs, but it's not a bad idea to think about how far you can reach your hands and can you engage the upper arms, the tricep when you reach. Yeah. Last 1 or 2, you call it. And then the back knee sets down, the hands stay up. So our back knee's on the ground. Trust, breathe, float. It really helps if you energize that back set of toes. Like let those back toes in the shoes or not get angry. 3, 2, hands down, right into it, gang. Forward, back with the foot. Forward, back. It feels super awkward. Forward, back. If you feel like there's just not enough room for you, you're doing it perfectly. Oh, about 4 more. Last one, step forward, feet together, roll all the way up into breath and a water. Woo! Sometimes that getting up off the floor can feel really good. We stretch that out now. We've got both sides to stretch. 1 foot over top of the other. Forward fold, ah. You don't even need me for these stretches. Switch the feet, front becomes back, back becomes front, and just give those hips a little stretchy. Perfect, beautiful, lovely. If you have time to sneak in another water, do it now. If not, no worries. All right, gang. So we did lateral and we did frontal here, right? Let's give this a shot. I want you to lock down your feet, but I want you to just mostly put weight in the heel for now. And then step forward. I'm not stepping forward too far. And it's the same leg over and over again. Wow, legs are sore. Yeah, I want you to just step forward. It's a lunge, but it's lunging forward. It's not going to feel great, especially if you're in your toes. Now, I want you to just reach about 4 inches farther than you started reaching, and it'll feel better. So I'm kind of like aiming. I've got a lot of air there for a while. There's a lot of air. Woo! And then you kind of land the foot. That's it. So it's a forward lunge. Now, this needs really good form to protect the knees and to stay on balance. But I'm going to ask you to turn the speed up by 2%. Go. Just 2. Just got paid. Dash. It's the same leg. Remember, we're working static and dynamic at the same time. You do you with your upper body. I need mine for balance. 3 or 4 more. Commit to them. And right away, go into the other leg. I don't want to take a break. I want to push our comfort zone a little today. Yeah. You switch legs and all of a sudden, we're off balance a little. Remember, reach with that front foot and get a little bit of air. So this should be like a 2-second, maybe a quarter of a second period of time when you're like, woo, out in the air. One static leg, one moving leg, and it's Friday. And I'm so glad you guys tuned in, because I know this is about you, but I needed it. 3 more. One more. Yeah, water. Lovely. It's so funny how we need a reminder about water, no matter what. Even when the class is about water. Hands on the floor, quadruped. Eyes are up. Yeah, even when I teach aqua class, in the water, I need to remind us about water. One arm and one leg is moving, so it's opposing arm and leg. Here's that static and dynamic again. So I want you to just kind of meet the fist and the knee underneath the belly button. But Katie's, do me a favor and arch the back into cat when you come under the body. Under, out. Now, here's the chance for that 1% more. A little faster. We are going to stay here a little while, so play around with what you love about this opposing arm and leg. And so today's workout isn't necessarily about quantity, it's about quality. 3 or 4 more. Last one. Coming back to center, I'm going to sneak a water. And a deep breath in. And a wiggle of the wrist. Wow. Quadruped again, nothing tricky. Opposing arm and leg. We're on the other side though. Curl. Remember, right into cat. So it's a big curl. Yeah, my YouTube friends, just keep yourself honest and check your form every once in a while. Curl, reach. So from the side, it's just a little bit of a cat back. Oh, we gotta love this. 5 or 6 more. And last one. Hands are on the ground, but tense the fingers. Give the wrists a little bit of a break. Hips go to one side. Just scoot them behind you there. Other side, scoot the hands, or hands to one side, hips to the other. Here we are in the perfect position. It's my favorite move. I know it's weird. Hands are down. Open them up like giant starfish. I want to see the number 5 on the floor. It's big, like big frog hands. Yeah, we're coming to a push-up, but it's not a toe push-up. Yay, right? For some reason, this is my favorite. Even if you can do in the toes, stay on the knees and bump the chest to the floor, bump the floor with the hands, and then push back up. Down, touch the floor. So you're actually going to drop your body onto the floor. I'm on the floor. I'm laying there. I tap. If I could hear you, I would hear this tap. Oh. Are you squeezing the base of the buttocks together? About 3 seconds more. And 1, hips to heels, hands to knees. Tuck the toes under, and we should be in a super low squat. I'm gonna have you waddle, I love that word. Waddle your legs till the feet are where you love them to be. We'll call this a Malasana squat, but call it what you want. That deep squat, then trust the knees. They can do this, they're okay. My bum is down, it's super close. My knees are probably about elbow high. Take a deep breath in, reach up, stand up. If you want to grab your water, here's a great chance to take rinse as we go through this. We're back down in Malasana squat. Look, more water. Deep breath in, more water. Certainly be careful with the water. The whole purpose of this class, though, is to get us to try to hydrate throughout as opposed to overhydrate in the beginning and then guzzle at the end. I want you to push from the floor, push from all corners of the feet, and try not to let this speak from the knees. Let it speak to you from the feet. Hopefully you might be done with your first water and getting close to your second water. Or maybe you're not doing the water thing and that's totally okay. One more of these, we end standing. Oh boy. Feet come underneath the body, they're super close together, big toes touching. My knees are actually gonna point in towards each other as well. Looks a little like chair for you yogites. I sit, 2, 3, stand. Sit, 2, 3, stand. But watch what happens now. Yeah, my toes are turned in. My knees are kind of turned in too, because that's how we're built. And then on this one, I want you to stay at the bottom. Reach forward, rise up on the toes. Rise up on the toes, get wobbly. Heels down, 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, stand. 3, 2, 1, one more. 3, 2, 1, stand. Meet me at the bottom, rise up on the toes. Right now, I can't, it's an option. You can, toes are on the ground, digging in. We're off balance, super cool. Heels down, then again. 1, 2, 3, deep breath in, last time. 1, 2, come on gang. 1, 2, 3, meet me at the bottom. Oh, breathe. Our toes are kind of pointed towards each other, big toes. Ready, rise up. Sometimes I need to actually open up the toes and let them spread out. I want you to trust yourself here. 3, 2, heels down, it should be a little better. Upright with the body now. Tap left and tap right. Tap, tap, tap. So I haven't unfolded the body at all. If it bothers your back, make a modification. Now, pick a leg and stay with it. Guess what? Static leg. If it's available to you, go ahead and move that leg in the air, the moving leg. Static, moving, same theme as before. Even when we were in our quadruped, remember? All fours. We had a static arm and a static leg, a moving arm and a moving leg. 3, 2, 1. If you need to stretch the legs out, do it. If you can squish in there and just go ahead and start tapping the other side, do. If you want to lose the balance aid, you put the hands right by the body and then start to float that leg. This doesn't work unless you dig down into the static foot. I skipped the water there by accident. If you want one, get it. Woo! Now, you come this far, don't phone it in, gang. We've got it. 3, 2, and 1. Stand up, water, hips go lefty, righty. Oh, deep breath in. Feet go wider than shoulder width apart. Yeah, so you take that same Malasana stance that we had where our toes kind of turned out. We've done toes in, now we've got toes out, right? But now we're not down here at the floor, we're up. Bend the knees. I'm using my hands on my knees for a break. Woo! All right. It's a mini cactus. I want you to reach right, reach left. And as you reach, the feet are going to be more and more critical, more and more important. Can you wiggle your toes a little further apart, your legs, just a little bit further apart. Now, that reach is seriously tall. And now sink 1 inch lower into the legs, somehow, some way. Don't get frustrated with yourself. Find a way to do it. Find a way to find your inner strength. I don't care if it's legs, core, or just the muscles in your neck that are holding you upright. Sink a little bit lower in legs. We're not stopping the upper body. 3, 2, and 1. Pause right here. High fives right there. High 10, I guess. Now, work with me. Turn the toes to the front. Oh, how cute. Heel toe them in. I love this. All right, it's a slow burpee. I'm going to do right hand, right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot. Hold. Breathe. Right hand, right foot, right, left foot. Breathe. Now, when you're, oops, I cheated. The most important part of this movement, believe it or not, isn't the hard part here. Down on the floor. I want you to stand in your space, reach tall, suck the belly in, and just go for it. A small back bend there wouldn't be a bad thing either. But I want you to make this right here, the stand up. Shine your chest forward. I'm here, I've arrived. This is important. I'm all together as I stand up. I'm getting all my parts all together, and the parts are gonna stay together for the rest of the day. Powerful, strong. Yeah, start to think about being in control of your body, in control of the workout rather than the workout pushing you around now. All right, gang, we gotta do this. Next few, start with the left if that's available to you. It hurts the brain more than anything else. I want there to be a period of time there before you stand up and shine forward where you're actually in that Malasana squat. Yes or yes? Oh. Left hand, left foot, left foot. Belly in, squat down, reach and shine the chest forward. 2 or 3 more, you get to decide. Woo. These are not fast, but they're fabulous. 1 more, I just want to get a look. Probably I just want to get a breather, but I won't admit to that. That's it. All right, breathe. Pause. Nice time for water. Let's move on to our super stretch. The thing I want us to commit to, I think I'm turning music off. Shush. I think what I want us to commit to here is to continue sweating during the stretches. So they're not just like, my God, the other dehumidifier is going on. I must really be sweating. 2 of them. The thing I want you to commit to is extra stretches, not painful, but powerful. So our feet are wider than shoulder width, but not in a wide plie. Deep breath in, left hand slides down. Whoops. Left hand slides down, right hand slides up. And I'm reaching toward the ceiling. Now, not only reaching toward the ceiling with the hand, but reaching toward the floor with the other hand. Now get into the legs a little bit. Here's what I want you to do. We can still stay sweating and not consider this to be like the lesser part of class. Squeeze the inner thighs together like you've got a block in between them. Or if you were on your mat, you would be squeezing your feet together so the mat is kind of coming together. Now, pass through center, deep breath in, halfway forward fold, but only halfway. Pause, shine the hamstrings to the back wall. Breathe. Sweep the hands down in kind of like a Michael Phelps stretch, and then gather air to standing on the way up. Here it is. It's important that you do a little back bend, that you stretch the hip flexor, and you reach up. And then right hand down, slide it down the leg. Even use the tights to pull yourself down a little bit. Reach way up with that top hand and way down with the bottom hand. Yeah, pass through center halfway, forward fold only halfway. This time, dig the four corners of each foot down. So you're squishing the feet down. Squish, squish. Right hand comes down right under your nose, right under your face. Left hand reaches long and tall, and I want you to feel some of this in your upper back. Press some weight into the front hand. Press into it. Squeeze the feet into the floor. We're going to create intensity just with our squeezes. Replace left hand, right hand with left hand. Switch. So we're rotating to the other side. I want you to feel something in your upper back. A little bit of intensity. The hands are reaching really strong. Pass through center. Both hands are down, looking at our knuckles. Turn the hands toward the back wall. The fingertips go toward the back wall. And we're just going to walk through till our head comes toward the ground. Some of you have the right limb length and the right flexibility. Your head might touch the ground. But just keep walking those hands back. Walk them back, keep them going until you're almost like folded in half. A deep breath in. On the exhale, get just a little more depth somewhere. That doesn't mean farther, but it means a little more committed. Walk the hands back under into your view, right onto the floor, and then both hands walk over to the right ankle. Just use your upper body strength. Pull, gang, pull, pull, pull. Now, as you're pulling on that right leg, I want you, just pull the body toward the right. You're the upside down V. I want you to push intensity down into the left foot, into the floor. Just push it in, that's all. So you're just creating like this internal push and heat. And then walk the hands to the other side. First, focus on the upper body strength, drawing the body down toward the leg. And then after that's all in place, push the opposite foot down. Like it's almost like you're squeezing muscle to bone in that opposite leg, squeezing. And back to the center, hands come down. I want you to just lean to the right hand side lunge. Right knee bends, hands kind of walk over, left leg stays straight. Heads up a little bit, not too much, and then walk all the way to the other side. Again, this is intense. I want the inside thigh to be really lengthening. All right, back to our first side. This time, let's get brave. Trust yourself. I'm going to use my hand to push off the ground, and then just reach hands over to that left side, pop the left toe. It's like bow and arrow kind of looking thing. Archer, yeah, just reach. Now, inhale here, soften, lean into the right leg, lean, 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 and go. And address it like it's a Friday stretch, and you need this not only to get through Friday, but you need it to get through Saturday. Yes, it's tough. Breathe, smile through it. Last one, switch, come back through center, lock down that foot, right, left foot, lean. So bent, straight, I gotta lean forward, and then I use my hand to push up. You might not need to. Pop the toe, and reach. It's a big lean. You gotta trust yourself. If you find yourself leaning forward, come back up, soften, and just lean in. There's like this tiny bit of your right heel that's digging into the ground. That's the only thing holding you up. Come on, gang. Let's bring the heat. 3, 2, hands down, back and forth at your own pace. Lungey lunge. Woo. Nice. Our hands come back down, and we come to a plank position for the first time today. We've been in almost planks, but not plank. Get some water, because this class is about hydrating. So we're still at one leg static, one leg moving. Woo. From here, I just want you to take one leg. I'll move my left leg out, in, out, in, out. Now, we're not going to do a lot of these, so I want you to get to it right now. It's a half plank jack. Last two, keep your water near you. Last one, knees down, grab some water. Yes or yes? Okay. Move the wrists around a little bit. Back to our plank. Half jack the other way. Here's the thing. I talked about building heat. Squeeze the base of the buttocks. Squeeze the inner thighs. Squeeze the back of the legs. And all of a sudden, this becomes, so much easier. Last two. I told you we weren't going to do a lot of these. Last one, knees down, water. Yeah. Flip the wrists so they're underneath, little gorilla wrists. Give them a break. Okay, hands down, find your plank. Just survive this plank series. We've got this, we can do it. Back to plank. Are you squeezing the buttocks? Are you squeezing the inner thighs? Now, pick a hand and tap it out. Tap in, tap out. This is harder than tapping the leg. And I'm not tapping my arm really far at all. Out, in. You know where your water is? Because we're going to need it in 3, in 2, and 1. Back to the center, knees down, water. Oh my gosh. You have 2 more sets and we'll get off the wrists and do a full gorilla stretch. Deep breath. If your wrists are sore, promise me you are squeezing the hamstrings, the back of the thighs right now. Squeeze your butt cheeks. Opposite hand, go. My side, this side just doesn't work well for me. Holy cow. Now don't look for this to be a giant movement. The work is actually in the static arm and in the legs that are static. Last 2. Last one, knees down, water. Beautiful. A mini gorilla stretch. I don't know about you, but all of a sudden the sweat starts to happen. I think it's because we're drinking water. Okay, you've seen it coming. I'm no genius. Hands down, feet down, squish. Oh my God, that's adorable. Oh, kitty. There's a cat in the video. All right. Squeeze the base of the buttocks. You're going to do opposite hand and arm. So one hand, one foot, other hand, replace it, other foot. They don't go at the same time. I'm going hand, then foot, hand, then foot. Don't worry about if it's right, left, right. I don't care. But guess what? If you're super talented, you could do opposing hand and foot together. So you could step out with the right hand as the left foot goes out. Again, we're not going to do a lot of them, so trust yourself, believe in yourself. Believe in me, because I need that. Yeah, out, under, 3 more if we can, 2, last one, knees down, a whole lot of water. Yeah, inhale here, reach behind you, small back bend. We're so almost done. Yeah. Coming forward. All right, feet down, full on gorilla, you earned it. Lift the toes up off the ground. Knuckles down, palms up. If you need to go, scoot out when you do, gang. I know we've all got work in school. Shovel the hands underneath the feet, all the way up to the wrists. The big toes should be like tickling the wrists, and then just swoosh down a little bit with your own feet. Yeah, for real. Tailbone lifts toward the sky a little bit. Yeah, give those wrists a little bit of a massage. I have the cutest and most qualified yoga instructor that I go to once in a while. She calls it a massage. Give your wrists a massage. And then let them go. Take a deep breath in. Find some water if you can. And then we're going to lift the knees. And the knees are going to come across, no, the toes are going to come across midline. I want you to feel the ending of this workout. So now you look, no wrists. I know we don't have a static leg right now. I'm just prepping myself. You probably could jump right into this. I need a little prep. All right. You want to make 2 knees at a time now. 1, 2. Now we have a static leg for a short period of time. Remember, I want you to think about the static leg. That's really the one we're creating heat in. Yeah, Katie and Katie, YouTube friends, stay with it. Okay, now instead of 2s, trust me, go 4s. That's really going to cause you to have to think about that static leg. If you're really into it, you could probably hold your water bottle here and kind of finish off your water as we head into the end. Whew. Now, I want you to give up your counting, and whatever leg is on the ground, just start repeating the other one. You notice from the side, I'm bent into my static leg, my stationary leg, and I'm just going to let the heat build. But I want this moving knee to come up high, and then I want it to come across the front, kind of like a curtsy lunge does. Remember we came across the back? Yeah. So just about everything that we did today, we've done in the front and in the back. Oh, that hip flexor starts to complain. 2 more. All right, the foot, the knee that was up, put it behind and just give a little hip squish. And then whenever you're ready, you don't need to wait for me. Find your static leg, squish it into the ground, and start with that knee coming up. And then once you feel good about it, like that bottom leg is lamppost stiff, go ahead and go cross body. If cross body doesn't feel good on your knee, oh, just give it up. Holy cow. Most people, myself included, are really good at balancing on one leg, and the other leg feels like it has no idea what it's doing. This is my side. 3, 2. Now you get that little hippie stretch, right? Cross, dip into whatever side you want. Oh my gosh. All right, I want to end strong and then with a quickie stretch because those hips need it. Reach up. Hopefully water's gone. Reach down. It is a burpee, but it's a wide hand, aggressive hand, upper body to the ground. Reach back, in, back again. It's a double burpee with a deep breath. Oh, and a small back bend. Do it again. It's a double burpee, and they're so light on your feet. Deep breath, and these arms are so intense. It's like you're grabbing something on the way up. We've come this far. Don't shortchange. Reach, grab like you're angry, and you're just pressing those hands together. 2 more of those double burpees. Woo. Bring it home. And when you're done, we're down onto the ground. Knees down. Stay with me. It gets a little weird. You'll want your mat and you can have your water. This is where if you haven't finished it yet, get it out. My legs are in a pinwheel shape. So they're both feet facing left. I grab my front. Oh, it's not a wrist, it's an ankle. This hand is just bent. Lift up, down, leg comes up with the ankle. Now, once you've got that going on, if your knee has to come up with the ankle, so instead of coming first, lift it up and hold it. It's not very high off the ground. Now, I just want you to do about 15 little presses. We just did kind of stress the hip flexor, so the hip flexor might be complaining a little bit. About 8 more to go. 3, 6, 7, and 8. That knee comes down. We stay holding on to the front ankle and just reach across like a mermaid stretch. Work with me. I hope I can make it happen. Leave the front leg where it is. Hug the outside leg in, and it comes across. If it doesn't come across, it comes in front, and that's good too. Bring the leg to midline, and then bring the elbow to the leg. If you want to twist around, rotate around, spiral around. This should be pretty intense too. Go to a point where you feel heat. Okay, I think we can do it. Grab some water. That front leg now is the opposite leg, and it flops to the ground. This one, the pinwheel goes the other way now. Protect the knees on a mat. I hold on to my front ankle. My side hand is really close to the body, so it's not way out here. Go ahead and lift a couple of times till you're sure that you've got the knee and their ankle coming up together. And then once you do, put a little bit of energy out the top of your head and it's kind of like you put a pizza box right there and you're just squeezing. I don't know why the schedule said this class was an hour and a half. It's not an hour and a half. I like you guys, but not that much. And you could probably say the same, right? Not that much, Jill. 3, 5, 7, and 8. Pause. Same thing as before. The foot either comes right in front or up and over. But try to get on those sit bones. This should not be a walk in the park. This should be some pretty serious heat building push. And then knee comes center. Go ahead. Once you know that knee is at midline, rotate around. Maybe the gaze rotates too. We go super far. I'm making a change, so don't get anxious. Are you ready? Legs stay where they are. This front leg now. My right leg scoots forward a little bit, or foot scoots forward a little bit, and it just flops down. I'm crossing my ankles, but my feet are pretty far away from the body. Woo! I know. Good. Now, feet on the ground. They go wide. Little butterfly stretch. Super. It's all good, gang. We do what we can. We skip what we have to. Good. Big straddle. Let's call it a medium straddle. Inhale here. Arms go up. Rotate the body toward the left side, and then just collapse, fall, flop out over that left leg. Pull back in. Inhale, reach up. Collapse, flop, and fall over the opposite leg. Inhale, back up. Toes point toward the ceiling. Flexing those feet as hard as you can. Reach forward. Hands come down in the center. Spider the fingers in my direction. Enjoy that stretch. We earned it. Reach, reach, reach. Sit back up. Take a deep breath in. Soles of the feet come to the ground. We have 4 minutes of core, and we got to call this a day. Thumbs up, reach forward, and we're going to open, center, open, center. I lead with my elbows, and I kind of reach behind me. Now, first thing we're doing is thinking arms, and that's cool. I want you to squeeze the base of the buttocks together. Now, squeeze your butt cheeks, and then don't just think about arms. You could slow down and think about actually rotating. If you had headlights on your shoulders, they would both face the side, then both face the front. Then both face the side, both face the front. We're so on the home stretch here, gang. 5, breathe, 4. Check your water. Maybe this is the time that each time you come across center, you want that water. Maybe you don't want anything to do with water. And last one, pause here, thumbs up. Give the back a little bit of a break by leaning forward, and then a deep inhale. And legs come off the ground. If this doesn't work for you in both, you could put one foot on the ground, but we're gonna pause here and hold. I want you to trust yourself, and let's talk about all the other body parts than what's working right now. Shoulders down, forearms long, fingers open, inner thighs squeezing together, toes pointing to almost a toe cramp. Reaching, squeeze the legs together like you're zipping them together. 8, 7, can you lower a little? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, roll up on 1. Take a deep breath in. I'm hugging our knees in. Right hand on right big toe. Reach it up. It's not a pretty angle. And change. Left hand on left big toe. Reach. Oh boy, here comes the fun. The worst thing that will happen is you'll roll backwards. Inhale, reach both arms and legs, but I want you to pull from the core. If you want to let go of those legs, go ahead. Reach and lower as the hands go overhead. Lower, lower, lower. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock and roll yourself up 3 times. 1. Oh, feels good on the spine. 2, I hope you have a mat underneath you. And 3. And we are done. Finish your water if it's not done. Cheers.